Hello everyone, Mike with Fights with Friends, here for a special boxing evening. Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia, two of the top pound-for-pound boxers in the world, fighting for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the world. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. And Mikey Garcia comes into this coming up another weight class, looking to win, and I believe his fourth weight class. He comes in a minus 300 underdog tonight. Errol Spence Jr. minus 400, plus 400 favorite. So if you wanted to put $100 down, what that means on Mikey Garcia, you get $300 for your trouble. If you were to put, if you wanted to get $100 back from betting on Errol Spence, that in turn would cost you $400 to get that $100 back. So decent odds, especially decently strong odds, especially for a world championship match, but definitely not the longest odds. For sure. But if you guys missed the UFC earlier, or maybe you were there, thank you for that. Darren Till was upset by Jorge Masvidal. Leon Edwards defeated. Leon Edwards defeated Gunnar Nelson, and Leon Edwards, of course, and Jorge Masvidal kind of got it on in the back. And supposedly Dana White has an issue with that. I don't know, but now we are ready for boxing. Jimmy Lennon Jr., the ring announcer tonight. If you're following along, this is on PBC in Europe or on Fox Sports pay-per-view. First Fox pay-per-view that I remember. And we are at the co-main event of the evening. Right now, this is James Roach out of Grove, Oklahoma. 5-1, 5 knockouts. Actually, I thought this was the co-main event. I think this is a filler fight in between because a fight ended earlier than expected. And Lindolfo Delgado, he is 8-0 with 8 knockouts out of Linares, Mexico. He is the favorite in this match. Roach, the proposed victim, as boxing has sometimes. I have 12,000 on Mikey, says Tony Baloney. I wasn't getting notifications for the stream. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. That sucks, Jason. Robert Hussein, post-fight interviews. Masvidal stopped in the middle of interview to see what Leon Edwards' problem was. Masvidal then busted him open with the... Really? Holy crap. That is crazy. As a reason certain top fighters have been dodging Jorge for a while. I can't believe it, but I can. I knew he was going to win. I got a Joker grin on my face right now. What was Jorge's last heat best stage? Damn, lot of craziness going back on there. Tony Baloney You lied to us. Who lied to you? All right, here we go. Six rounds in the super welterweight division. Roach versus Delgado. James Roach versus Ludolfo Delgado. Roach in the green and black if you're watching along. Delgado in the white and black. Nice left hook. From Delgado on a big left hook. He floors Roach already. Actually, the referee is going to rule it a slip. Looks like he was slightly off balance, but I thought he also caught him with a punch. Nice triple jab there from Delgado, and a right hook to the body. Oh, beautiful counter left hook. Delgado catches Roach as he comes in, and then a right hook to the body. What's up, Alfredo Mandel? It is Fred Roach versus is it Carlos Delgado? I'm sorry, my computer froze here for a minute. There we go. And triple jabs. Delgado just pasting Roach with jabs right here. Big 1-2 and a left hook upstairs. Delgado 8-0 with 8 knockouts. Like I said, coming into this. Roach landing a jab there, and Delgado left hook to the body. Oh, and a big right hook to the body. Big combination from Delgado has Roach up against the ropes. Oh, big hooks to the body. Left and right hooks to the body. Oh, big 1-2 from Delgado. And Roach is definitely on Queer Street right now. Right hook to the body. Left hook upstairs. As Delgado chases down Roach. Left and right hooks right. Big right uppercut from Delgado. And Roach bumping into him. Delgado pushes Roach down to the ground. Didn't take much to put him down right now, though. Referee says no knockdown. Another one of those right hooks to the body from Delgado as Roach gets up. And now Roach is down.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. And this one is over.
Wow.
9 victories, 9 KOs.
Wow, and a big right hook from Delgado. I got its replay on that, but knocks Roach down and out for a 10 count. That was quick, right at the end of the round. It is all over. Michael Bisping is going to be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame.
That's the way to do it.
Got Spence winning this fight tonight. I got Spence too. No problem, Robert Kerrigan. Thanks for coming in again, my friend. Hi, Mike. You are dedicated, man. Here's to you and your craft. Drink now. Thank you, Adam. Darren Till is still knocked out. Somebody wake Darren Till up and tell him Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia are about to fight. I think he would say, Daryl who? What an incredible shot earlier from Jorge Masvidal. For those that didn't see it, in the UFC, just cracked Darren Till, knocked him unconscious, and then gave him a little love tap after the proceeding as he fell down. And here's the knockdown there, the right hook to the body. Is a big 2 straight rights, a left hook, another straight right, and it was a big left hook to the body. It was a liver shot that ended it all. Here from Delgado on the same card, on the pay-per-view portion of the Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia card. Did Benavidez destroy love? Put a shirt on for Dos Locos. I don't know, Alex. I just woke up. I covered the UFC match earlier. Took a little nap, and then tried to get up in time to not miss the main event. So it looks like I succeeded in that. As far as Delgado, I'm not sure yet. Or excuse me, Benavidez. So it's 2 minutes and 59 seconds of the first round. Not a second to spare for Landolfo Delgado. Moves forward to 9-0, 9 knockouts. His opponent tonight didn't give a whole lot of resistance. He was just that, an opponent. He was 5-1 coming in. I don't know what 5 people he beat, but I mean, to be truthful, Delgado did look. He looked very, very good against opposition that, you know, really didn't give a whole lot of opposition. Show of respect from the two, hugging and out, embracing, and we are one fight closer to Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. Benavidez versus Love is the co-main event. I think that's next, though. How many more bouts are there in total? I believe next is the co-main event, and then the main event of the evening. I believe it's just 2. We'll let you know who's coming out here in just a minute. And they're showing the replay here of Delgado. And this was nothing more than a glorified sparring match. And if Roach was a sparring partner, he just kind of stood there and played more punching bag than anything. And then ate a brutal left hook to the liver, though. So I'd like to see Delgado again, but I would like to see him against some game opponent. He's in that building stage that boxing has. Unfortunately, not all boxers go through this, but this is why you have guys that are 40-0 that you've never heard of. It's events like this. There's a 5-fight card. There are 3 fights down, 2 to go. What's up, Bill Hughes? Bill Hughes in the house. All right, for anybody, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to Fights with Friends. I do Fight Companions, UFC, Bellator, big boxing events. And tomorrow, football. We did the conference championships and Super Bowl. We don't do just fights. And then tomorrow, for the first time, we're going to start one of my favorite times of the year. We're going to start off March Madness with Selection Sunday. So make sure to join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern for Selection Sunday. Still to come right now, Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. 12 rounds for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the world. But of course, I said tomorrow, 3 p.m., St. Patrick's Day. We can all have a drink together and figure out which teams are going to be the elite, which are going to be the 64, what seeds they're going to be at. No secret to anybody knows me. I'm hoping for a high seed for Gonzaga. I think they might have blown their shot at getting a #1 seed in that loss to St. Mary's, but I'm happy nonetheless. What's up, Hey, Billy, when's the deadline to get our brackets in? It's a 5-fight card. There are 3 fights down to go. Oh, you talking about brackets for the NCAA March Madness? We can't make them until after Selection Sunday, if that's what you're talking about. They have to put the teams out there, and then it should be on. It should be the 20th. Should be the deadline. There's Wyatt Matheson in here. Been my co-host on several shows recently. Got a growing channel, Wham MMA. What round are they in? Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia have not started yet. They are in the back warming up. Fred Roach and Rodolfo Delgado just finished. Delgado had a first round knockout at 2:59 of the first round. And they're showing Mikey Garcia in the back getting his hands wrapped. Listen to a little bit of music. And they are at Texas AT&T Stadium. I would really like to go to this stadium. I don't know if you guys know about this stadium, but it's said to be one of the most impressive stadiums in all of the NFL. What is unique about it tonight is this is a huge stadium to have a boxing event in. Usually you're looking at, you know, maximum in between 15 and 20,000. This holds, I want to say, around 70, 80,000. They have like a 100-foot tall big screen. Super middleweights, David Benavidez, 20-0 with 17 knockouts versus Jalone Love, 24-2-1 with 13 knockouts. They are up next, 10 rounds in the super middleweight division. For whoever was asking about Benavidez and Love, they are coming up next here. And David Benavidez comes in with 22 years old. Jalone Love, 9 years his senior. Like I said, Benavidez undefeated, 20-0. Just 3 opponents have went the distance. Love himself, just 2 losses, 24-2 with a draw on top of it. 13 of his 24 wins have came by knockout. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Fighter cannot be saved by the belt in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. If you're following along, this is the co-main event of the evening. Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. Fox Sports, PBC, collaboration, pay-per-view. So if you decide not to spend the $75, that's why you're only hearing the audio here. But I will give you the play-by-play as best I can. Snake Oil Money, Jerry Jones is a crooked crow. What's up, Ron Lad? There's a lot of crooked ones in the NFL, but they do put on an entertaining product. I will give them that. All right, guys, and I've been quite frustrated this week because for those of you that have had DirecTV Now, cord cutters like myself, and you went with the DirecTV Now because it was cheaper. I was only paying like $27 a month with my AT&T. They just raised it $10 a month. I was pretty upset with that. Just not worth it to me. I switched over to Sling TV. They got 25 plus channels. They're running a special for us right now. 25 channels, including ESPN 1, 2, and 3. You want to pick the orange package. Right now, with this code from Fights with Friends, this is only going to cost you $15 per month. And then on top of that, with this code for the first 3 months, you'll get another $5 off. So actually, it's only $10 a month for the first 3 months. Just $25 a month thereafter. Still, I think the cheapest deal out there. So go and make sure you check out that promo code with Sling and save yourself a ton of money. And I hear the Spanish rap music, and that means Benavidez is on his way down to the ring. There's David Benavidez. He's got the, I believe it's the WBC Continental belt. This fight tonight, 10 rounds. It's not a world championship fight. So that's why it's 10 rounds instead of 12. What's up, Dean? How's it doing? And who doesn't love the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders? Yeah, for sure. What's up, Stewie Griffin? Is Robin Hood not a sponsor anymore? Robin Hood is still a sponsor, Billy. We'll have to get that out there. And Billy, thank you. Can tell you it's totally legit. Not only is Robinhood a sponsor, Robinhood, you can trade stocks, you can trade cryptocurrency, all those things. But the big deal about Robinhood is you get a free stock just for using the promo code. And how did that work out, Billy? Did they bug you for anything? Did they ask you for a damn thing? Or did they just give you a free stock? Check that out. You want a free stock? You get a stock, I get a stock. That's the deal. Every time somebody uses that code to get themselves a free stock, you also help support Fights with Friends on my retirement, because I also get a stock every time. Then the coolest thing about that is you invite your friend, they get a stock, you get another stock. J-Lone Love, 24-2-1, 13 knockouts out of Inkster, Michigan. He is the underdog coming into this tonight here in AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And thank you for the reminder, Billy Hugh. And they in the golden black trim shorts here out of Phoenix, Arizona. He's undefeated, 20 wins, 0 losses, 17 knockouts. He is the former WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the world, David Benavidez. And if you wonder why he hasn't lost, and he's the former champion, a lot of things happen in boxing as far as they just didn't pay the commission fees. And those commission fees for one bout can be up to $100,000 just for the right to defend your title. For those of you that don't know, big business. Commissions are big business. They have a lot of titles. And Scott says, I don't love it, but I threw some money on Garcia Spence under 9.5 for plus 170. Price got too tempting. Nice. So under 9.5 plus 170, huh? Oh, nice right hook. To the body from Love to start this one out. A jab from Benavidez and a left hook to the body there from Oh! Love punishing to the body early. Javon Love with a combination to the body, right hand up top. Another combination of the body and a right hook and a double jab. Jalon Love coming out very aggressive against the former WBC world champion here, David Benavidez. And Benavidez lands a straight right and a left hook. Benavidez, he's been through this. He'll stay calm. He's been to the big dance. He's been there, done that. So he'll cover up. He didn't cover up there, though. He just ate some big body shots there from Jalon Jr. Or Jalon Love Jr., excuse me. Love showing his love to Benavidez's body and up to the head. Great start here for Love. Another big combination of the body there. Great head movement. Ducks underneath. Lands a left hook to the body. Benavidez with a right hook up top. But Love is really punishing that body here in the first round. Left hook pumping the jab. Just halfway through this first round. Oh, and a nice left uppercut to the body. There from Love. Pumping that jab out there. Straight right. Another combination to the body. There from Love. Benavidez with a straight right and a left hook. Benavidez keeping a pace. He knows there's 10 long rounds. 30 minutes is a very long time. Oh, nice jab and a straight right to the body here from Love. And whoa! Benavidez lands a big left hook up top, though, and a jumping left hook there. Love has came out aggressive and left tons of openings. Nice left hook to the body, big right hands. Benavidez pouring it on early. Big left hooks up against the ropes. Oh, another big left hook to the upstairs and to the body. 35 seconds left in this first round, and Benavidez really putting on the pressure here. Referee joins it, warrants him for a hit behind the head there. Double jab from Love and a right hand to the body. But Benavidez bringing out the power here in the first round. Double right hook. Two rights there from Love and a combination in the body. And Benavidez rips that right uppercut. And they exchange big hooks in the center of the ring. Wow! Both men landing big hooks. Benavidez with a double left hook. What a first round. That was very unexpected. I think David Benavidez came out here hoping to, put on a 10-round pace. Jalon Love, he was not phoned in on the game plan. He came in to kill and maybe try to surprise Benavidez here in this first round. Long body asked to be punched all day. Looks like Love was about plus 800. What's up, 7? Let's freaking go. That's all right. 29 people in here watching. Wow, and you watch the replay there. Left hook from Benavidez just cracks Love backwards. Big left uppercut and right hand. Love landed a lot of shots, maybe the more of them. More shots of Benavidez with a ton of power, and Love already has cuts above both eyes just one round in to this match. And Love coming out aggressive again, not detoured after this first round. Triple jab, followed by the double jab, and Benavidez, he's going to look for his openings. He's going to look for his counters, but he's a lot more comfortable, I think, to go for an early stoppage. Jab up to the head and then to the body there from Love. Benavidez, as picking his shots, lands a straight left there. Big right hand. Was really just throwing mostly power shots towards the end of that last round. Love with a 1-2 to the body there. He definitely has a plan to attack that body of Benavidez. Like I said, Benavidez 20-0, 17 knockouts, former world champion. And the referee warning Benavidez for pushing Love to the ground. And Benavidez tells Jalon Love he was going to teach him a lesson. And he lands a big power shot and finishes this thing. My stream was up for a second. I come back and it is all over. Benavidez moves to 21-0 with 18 knockouts. 67 punches landed in that short period of time compared to 19 for Jalon Love. David Benavidez, impressive tonight. Big favorite though. What is up, Scott? That high gassed. Laura, you posted up in Alcalde. I don't know what that is, but what's up, Future MMA? I'm doing good. How are you? And David Benavidez calling out the gold, the champs in the sport. Next. And he would like a fight against Anthony Durrell. 1:14 of the second round. Referee stops the contest. Moving to 21-0 with 18 knockouts. Former champion David Benavidez. And guys, already it is time for the main event of the evening. After this, Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the world. Errol Spence Jr. comes into this a plus 400 favorite. Mikey Garcia minus 300 favorite if you put your bets down. Who am I picking in the main event? I gotta go with Spence, man. I think size wins over tonight. I'm very impressed by Mikey Garcia. I think he's a top pound for pound. But when you move up in weight classes, I was talking to Wyatt about this earlier. I believe great fighters can move up and beat good fighters. When great fighters fight great fighters, size matters. And I think that's going to be the story here tonight. But you know, I thought that was going to be the story tonight with Darren Till versus Jorge Masvidal earlier on the UFC London card. And I was definitely surprised by that second round knockout from Jorge Masvidal. Mikey Garcia, about as tough as they come. So this one could definitely go either way. Main event after 55 minutes of highlight and analysis. Yeah, boxing, they like to get their talk in. They definitely like to talk about, you know, everything coming up and every fight, you know, future, past, and present.
Thank you very much. And he says he wants Anthony to...
And at least he understands the game. He called somebody out right away. Did David Benavidez, and that is bronze Olympic medalist Anthony Durrell. Errol Spence Jr., more likely pound for pound, more than likely pound for pound, greatest boxer that's active right now. Water like a boss. Yep. Terrence Crawford has to be in the pound for pound argument. Definitely does. This fight better not go to decision. Alright guys, we're here on Fights with Friends. When we say fighting is kind of like sex. If you don't finish, what's the point? And so far, 2 matches in, we got a first round knockout and a second round knockout. So yeah, let's see if we can keep this going in the main event. Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. See if we get to see a finish tonight. Great combat day of finishes so far. As I said earlier, Jorge Masvidal upsets over 2-1 favorite number 3 ranked welterweight in the UFC, Darren Till, by second round knockout. And just a great night of fights. And there they are, tying up the gloves of Mikey Garcia in the back. He's getting ready to make his way down to the ring. And Mikey Garcia, he would become a 5-division world champion should he win tonight. And a lot of professionals, if not most in boxing, will tell you the winner of this fight is possibly the pound-for-pound greatest fighter on the planet right now. If not, very close in those, top 3. I would say the other names in there, of course, Terence Crawford and Vasily Lomachenko. But the celebration for tonight, something that doesn't often happen in boxing. The big names getting in there and fighting each other, much like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fought each other earlier during the year. Or during, I guess it was last year, less than a year ago. Right now they're showing some highlights of Errol Spence Jr. versus Lamont Peterson. They got to have some stock footage ready, in case some of these matches went the distance. They did not. Of course, this is they're showing a replay from January 20th, 2018. Errol Spence Jr. Fighting the tough Lamont Peterson in Brooklyn, New York. So if you're watching along on PBC or Fox pay-per-view, a little bit of bonus coverage here. And they're showing off some of the body work that Errol Spence Jr. Likes to do, that body work, hand speed, and accuracy. What's up, unemployed Mario Yamasaki in the house? PR, Terence Crawford, I can see that easily being true. Jalon lost twice this week. Once at the barber to get in the ring. Comment on the night so far, unemployed Mario Yamasaki. Mike is just outclassed in this fight, says Future MMA. Yeah, a lot of people think so. I mean, both these guys very tough. I'm going to hand it to both these guys for taking that big fight. Like I said, it doesn't always happen in boxing, and it doesn't always have to happen once you have a name that big where you're in that circle. You can fight 3-4 times a year, and you don't have to fight the toughest opponents. You can come in a big favorite and still get paid for exhibitions. It's unlike MMA. Where the best often fight the best, and as an MMA fan, a lot of us complain sometimes about the rankings and the right matchups not being made. Boxing, much harder to get those guys in there. A few more belts too, a few more fighters though. Let's go, Mikey, says Jason C. What's up, Jason? The man with a better left hook will win tonight, says Total Tiger Uppercut. What's up, Comedic Genius, says Solo Mikey. Yep. Errol Spence Jr. is a tactical master in the ring. Mikey Garcia's quick intelligence and hits hard, but he doesn't have the IQ that Spence does. I need Mike in that green outfit ASAP. Daniel Cormier is still crying somewhere. Kane can't take it. Oh, I love that's hilarious. What time does the main event start? What's up, John and Corona? How you doing? The co-main event just ended early, less than 2 minutes into the second round. So they're showing some highlights of Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia throughout the last couple of years. Those guys are just finishing up the final, wrap and tear and preparation, and they will be the next fight up. So they should be making their way to the ring here very shortly. Who won Panterita Bertin versus MC Joe Arreo? I didn't see that fight. I just watched the last two fights. So sorry, I did not see yet. Main event has not started, Amir Salim. They are still warming up in the back. They're showing Errol Spence Jr. highlights right now. Last two fights ended very early, first and second round. So they always have some footage on backup in case these fights don't go the distance. That way the fighters get the proper time and hit the ring at the time that they're trained to. These guys try to get their bodies on a certain clock. Like if you're going to hit the ring at 8 p.m., they want to hit the ring and peak every day of training, every day of sparring at 8 p.m. or 8:30, whenever that time is. So they don't want you to throw them off of what time you come down to the ring. So if there's early knockouts, then there's commentary in between. They'll show some highlights, advertise some things that are coming up. And like I said, right now they're showing some highlights of Errol Spence Jr. Very accurate, speedy fighter. He will be the larger fighter tonight by far. Mikey Garcia, well, not by far. I mean, they're at the same weight class, but Mikey Garcia moving up another weight class, trying to become a champion in his 5th weight class. Of course, if you're keeping score, Manny Pacquiao has the record of 8 weight classes. Manny Pacquiao has been world champion in. So the smaller guys can definitely move up and win more championships. Ours are Brown Dog. Yep, up next. Thank you. Cowboy owner Jerry has to be the whitest man in America. Oh, jeez. Oh, that is hilarious. Everybody, please hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I cover UFC bouts, Bellator, major boxing bouts. We went through the NFL playoffs. And tomorrow we start March Madness tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific. We'll all get together, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Billy Hughes will be my co-host for NCAA March Madness as Selection Sunday. They break down the brackets of the top 64 college basketball teams in the country. Did it start? They are warming up in the back. It's about to start. Any advice on who to bet on? Man, I'm a little scared to bet myself, man. So I don't know if you're talking about basketball or fighting, but I don't really bet on either. Bet on Mikey. He will not win, but he has a really good chance and a 4.1 payout. Is it up to 4.1 now, huh? Wow. It was 3-something earlier. Right on the nachos are done, says Jason. Thank you. No problem. Thanks for coming in, Fady. And like I said, if you like sports, I imagine if you're here, you probably like sports. ESPN Plus, maybe that's one of your things. You like watching the UFC fights. Sometimes they're on ESPN 1, ESPN 2. You got boxing, of course, all over the place. And recently, DirecTV Now raised their prices exponentially. I was pretty upset about that. So what did I do when I got upset? I went out and talked to Sling TV. And I said, there's a lot of angry people out there right now and they want some cheap TV. So they said, here's what we'll do. We'll hook up the Fights with Friends listeners for the next 3 months of Sling TV for $10 a month. ESPN 1, 2, and 3, AMC, CNN, TNT, Cartoon Network, TBS, Adult Swim. Not a lot of fluff in the package there. You want to get the orange package though. The blue package, well, unless you're not really into MMA, then maybe you get the blue package. You get FS1 and 2 on that one. My choice, I'll go with the orange, but I'm a big fight fan, and we are getting closer. Speaking of fights, to this main event. Both fighters, like I said, they are warming up in the back. No links, please. Get the fook out of here. Conflict of interest with CBS. Says Mikey Garcia will knock him out in the first round. 47 left, says Ryan Ladd. That is quite the prediction, Ryan. You should have bet on that if you really think that. I'm sure you would have gotten some tremendous odds. What the fook, says Tony. My girl is asking, oh, Jesus, the biggest package available. Biggest package available. They have, so I believe it's for $40. $25 right now. And then with 5 off, so it'd be 20. So I believe for 20 right now, you get the blue and the orange. I think you get about 50 channels. So you get all the ESPNs, all the FS1s, and just a ton more crap. Go to that link there, and it'll give you more information. And really, that is the cheapest price, I guarantee you, that you're going to get anywhere. Like I said, and for the next 3 months for $10 a month, why the fook not? And you help support Fights of Friends. I do have to throw that out there. Every time somebody signs up for one of my sponsors, Sling TV, is that one. Fights with Friends also gets a small affiliate fee to help out with the expenses here. What's that? I want to know how I can further help out Mike, Fights with Friends, Mike. Yeah, you can hit me up on Super Chat. I do take donations on Super Chat and also at PayPal.me/Fights with Friends. If you want to help Fights with Friends to continue going. I don't get paid to do this, of course, and I don't, I don't get free cable just like you guys don't. So definitely appreciate all the donations, like the PBS of fighting here. Manny Pacquiao being interviewed by the prompt reading chick who sleeps with you. Oh, Jesus. 4 soft-shell tacos that Mike goes down before the 4th. Oh, that sounds very good, future MMA. You're making me wish I had some tacos and beer right now. Hey, I do have beer downstairs, but no tacos yet. And Dean Hamper with the generous $10 donation. Dean had dropped $20 during the stream earlier. Another $10 right now. Thank you so much. The generous gentleman, Dean Hamper. Thank you very much. Seriously, I hope Mikey wins. Errol is a little scary, says Tony Baloney. Thank you. Is this channel going to be talking about and doing play-by-play OG, the Spence Garcia fight? Yes, sir, Salvador. They are coming down to the ring here soon. Right now, they're just showing some highlights of both fighters because the co-main event and the fight before it ended early. So they're giving these guys their proper warm-up time. PR says, I admire Dean's support for the channel. Everyone admires Dean. What the fuck is wrong? All right, of course. Hey, thanks for coming in. Make sure and hit that thumbs up, everybody. If you like what I do, if you like fighting, if you like sports, maybe even like basketball, I got the March Madness coming on tomorrow for Selection Sunday at 3 p.m. Billy Hughes joining me on the mic. Definitely make sure and hit that subscribe button. We have special guests on here all the time. Earlier, I had former UFC veteran, former IFL champion, and one of my good friends, Matt Horwich, on the show. During the prelims, I had Wyatt Matheson of Wham MMA coming in as my co-host on the mic for the main card. And often we have, I call him Dutch Guy. He's my buddy, does the main events with me usually. He is at MMA Newsroom. So a lot of talent on this channel, I think, right now. Good to support someone's dream. Thank you. I got some hooch, says Jason. I respect that, dude. All right. Enjoy, Jason. Glad I found the channel. Subscribe. Thank you, Salvador. Can't wait to hear how the fight is going. All right. Well, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it as I try and move closer to my goal. 5,000 subscribers by May 1st. I'm just a little short of pace, but we're doing a lot more coverage than I usually do here coming up soon with the March Madness and a lot of other big fights coming up. So sitting just at 4650 before this fight, looking at 350 subscribers by May 1st. And, I mean, who wouldn't like to watch fights and call them for a living, right? If you're a fight fan, and if you're here, I imagine you are. I'm a big boxing fan myself. I've been watching boxing since I was a little kid. I first remember watching when 7, 8 years old when Mike Tyson entered the ring against Michael Spinks, and I remember it was like the world stopped. As a kid, I'd never seen anything like it. We were over at my grandma's, and nobody in my family had ever watched boxing, ever cared about boxing as far as I knew. And all of a sudden, in a small 2-bedroom, 900 square foot house, there was about 50 of us, people sitting on each other's laps on the floor, kids standing, everybody there. All the adults were excited, and everybody was just watching, and piqued my curiosity. And what I would see next was Iron Mike Tyson and his devastation of former champion Michael Spinks. I've been a boxing fan ever since. Tony Baloney donation link, paypal.me/fights with friends. Also, if you hit that $sign down by the chat sign, that'll bring you to Super Chat, and you can also donate there. Thank you for asking. First fight I watched was Antonio Tarver versus Roy Jones, and I was hooked with boxing. You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Yeah, I definitely remember those fights, Future MMA. I was a huge Roy Jones Jr. fan, too. From the '89 Olympics, That was the next fighter that I really watched and fell in love with after Mike Tyson was, of course, the great RJJ. And Scott says, for college basketball, I think it'd be cool if they chose the pool of teams and the number 1 overall picks their opponent and the number 2 overall, etc., like a draft to set the bracket. That's an interesting. That would be an interesting twist, Scott. That sounds pretty entertaining, actually. I like that. And you never know. They're changing things in the college world. A lot of people thought that they would never switch in college football to a playoff type atmosphere, and now they have playoffs. You know? Playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs? Like the old Indianapolis Colts coach, but yeah, now the NCAA football has playoffs, so some changes to NCAA March Madness are, you know, not out of the question. And Mikey Garcia is now making his way down to the cage. And there are a ton of Mikey Garcia fans tonight. He might be the underdog on the scorecards, but I have a feeling he is the favorite in this arena coming down to the ring right now, draped in world championship belts from 4 different weight classes. He will look to get a 5th win, a championship in a 5th weight class tonight, and I'll be calling the play-by-play as he tries to do it. He will have to get through Errol Spence Jr., though, one of the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and a 4-1 favorite tonight against Mikey Garcia. Let's go, Spence Jr., says Billy. Let's. All right, the ring, my dude. Calm down, Jim Mora. We can talk about playoffs. Mike, buddy, why you go full-out Mexican? Now wear a sombrero. My sombrero's packed right now, but Mikey Garcia's bodyguard with the glasses looks paranoid as hell. Oh, that's hilarious. Going on right now in regards to the fight. Mikey Garcia has just entered the ring. They're awaiting Errol Spence Jr. To come down to the ring here in just a second. Mikey Garcia, they're going to let him get his celebration on as they do in boxing. You know, get some beautiful ring girls in there, put on a little bit of a show. And the lights are going off here in Arlington, Texas. The big screen is lighting up. The stars are aligned, and one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in all of boxing begins his walk down the way in Arlington, Texas, Dallas Cowboy Stadiums. Errol Spence Jr. A lot of the professionals in boxing, the media, say they will consider the winner of this the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You know, I don't count out that possibility myself. Errol Spence Jr., the IBF welterweight champion of the world, making his way to the ring right now. And the I-Team marching band coming down, playing for him on his way down to the ring. We've seen guys come down to music. We've seen him come down to live rappers. We've seen Floyd Mayweather come down to Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift. I don't remember ever seeing an entire marching band leading a fighter down to the ring. But hey, this is boxing, and there's a first time for everything, and this is quite entertaining and a good opportunity for these college students to be a part of this big event here in this huge stadium, AT&T Stadium, holding about 80,000 people. Gigantic stadium for a boxing event, usually anywhere from about 10 to 20,000 for a big boxing event. So it's got to be a very, very big fight to fill up a stadium like this, and this definitely is. Under Sling ad, can we see boxing stream? I can't put up the boxing stream, sorry. I would get in a lot of trouble. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I had transitioned that over, but all right. Fireworks. And now we're rappers. So we got bands, we have fireworks, we have rappers, we got world championship belts, smoke screens, 80,000 people. And wow, the firestorms, the celebrities are out in full force. This tonight really has that feel of one of those big fights. I don't know if I had it before this event started, before this fight even started, but the band, the fireworks, the electricity in the air, it gives you that idea that we're about to witness something special. And, you know, this entertainment, you know, sometimes it brings that out of us, sometimes it brings that out of the fighters, and sometimes it just complements a very, very good night of fights, and hopefully that's what we're going to get tonight for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World between two of the best pound-for-pound men to enter the ring in a very long time. And most people think on the planet right now, Errol Spence Jr., and defending his IBF Welterweight World Championship, Mikey Garcia looking to become a world champion in his 5th weight class. Absolutely amazing, and hats off to these two gentlemen for doing something that doesn't always happen in boxing. The best fighting the best. You see a lot of guys with padded records. You see a lot of guys walking around 25-0, 30-0, holding on to their little piece of a world championship. But sometimes the stars align. You get a full stadium of 80,000 people, and you get the best fighters on the planet to sign on the dotted line. And that's what we got here tonight. Spence is going to kill him. Nice walkouts for both. For sure, Quincy. Mayweather always wants attention like a star-grazed female. Oh, Jesus. Garcia probably has to give away first 3 rounds. What's up, Archangel? How's it going? 52 people watching. Everybody, if you could get you to hit that like button, that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you're new, like I said, make sure to subscribe. So you're always updated on what's going on in the world of sports. And just a great positive sports community all around. Get away from your work week. Get away from, you know, the BS problems, politics, and all that crap of the world. And just join a great group to talk about something something more important than all that. 2 men getting inside of a ring or a cage and fighting each other mano a mano to prove which one's the toughest. Spence is too big, gonna get the dub. Well, that's, I believe, why Errol Spence Jr. is such a big favorite, but that being said, people have counted out Mikey Garcia his entire life. And I'm sure a lot of people are counting him out tonight. Errol Spence Jr., 24-0, 21 knockouts. The IBF World Welterweight Champion. One of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And somebody's must go. 2 undefeated great welterweights. 1 belt, and there he is, the undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr., opposite Mikey Garcia. Referee for this fight will be John Scorrell. Belt game strong for Mikey. Yeah, if he can get a 5th belt tonight, and I think if Mikey Garcia can win tonight, I think he's got even a bigger claim to pound for pound, because the way the pound for pound started, for those that aren't historians or fight nerds like myself, it was kind of a thing that was built for the smaller fighters when the heavier fighters were getting all the attention. It's just like it sounds. It's supposed to be pound for pound. Who is the baddest man on the planet? And we're going to be a lot closer possibly to answering that question after tonight. Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia for the IBF World Championship in the welterweight division. 12 rounds. Let's get it on! Referee going over the rules with both gentlemen, talking about what they've already talked about in the locker room. So they're saying over 47,000 in attendance. I think they do block off part of the stadium when they have these in football arenas. Some of the seats just not complimentary to this kind of event, but they really, you can see it looks like they've really dropped it down to make it look more like a boxing venue. So you have a lot more seats close to the ring. Really looks like an old school fight, the way everybody's organized, like an old Madison Square Garden fight or something. Does not look like a football stadium tonight. And here we go. First round, Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. And Spence Jr. takes the first shots, throwing the jabs out. Errol Spence Jr., oh, nice 1-2 up top, moving forward with the green and red trunks. Mikey Garcia, the patented red and gray trunks. Errol Spence Jr., like I said, the champion, Mikey Garcia, looking to add some more jewelry to that case. And both men filling each other out. Spence jabbing from the outside. We'll see who's going to make the first move here. A lot of people are talking about Errol Spence being the bigger fighter. Will he make the more aggressive move? Mikey Garcia has never backed down from anybody in his life. And I don't think he's about to start right now. Errol Spence is popping that jab out there on the mic there for Fox. If you're watching this, that voice you hear is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, former heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis, and both men exchange jabs and a left hook to the body for Errol Spence Jr. As he comes in and tries to decipher the defense of Mikey Garcia. And Garcia jabs his way out of the corner. Spence trying to get Garcia backed up into the ropes. This is a very big ring tonight. I believe it looks like a 30-foot ring. Both men exchange jabs here. Spence landing more of the earlier shots. Garcia is going to have a little bit of a reach disadvantage. He's going to want to get on the inside. Triple jab there from Spence Jr. And Garcia throws a big left hook. Double left hook, misses both, but he's starting to get more aggressive with 45 seconds left here in this first round. Triple jab from Spence. And Garcia, he will not take a long time to fill out. As somebody said, he might give up the first 3 rounds. I don't know, he might give up the first round. That's more my feeling here. And Spence just boxing and moving right now, throwing that jab out there. Lands a nice left hand to the body. Both these guys have been in many championship fights. Right hand lands for Spence up top. Right hand to the body for Garcia as we wind down this first round. 10 seconds left. Let's see if somebody... Oh, and Mikey Garcia throws a 1-2 to the body. See if somebody tries to steal this round here at the end. A little bit of a filling out round this first round, as often is the case in a 12-round championship fight. And they're going to go to the corner here of Mikey Garcia, trainer Robert Garcia. And he's just telling him, says, don't be too anxious. Make sure, give a lot of feints. You got to be very intelligent in there tonight. Spence is very accurate. He doesn't want him to just go in there and brawl. Chris fast jabs. Oh, I can't get complacent even though he's doing really well right now. Mike's got punching power. I'd give it to Errol. I think Mike just realized what he's up against. There goes my prediction, says Ranlana. Well, we're only 1 round in, guys, so there is a lot of fighting left to go. Y'all cool as F. Well, thank you, Amir Saleem. Spence seems faster. What's up, Jeremiah White? How you doing? All right, here we go, guys. Round 2. Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia, play-by-play here on Fights with Friends Network. And Mikey Garcia pumping that jab to start out this second round. If Spence set the pace in the last round, Garcia wants to make sure and make his presence known faster this round. Oh, and a straight left from the southpaw Spence Jr. Lightning fast there lands. And Garcia moving forward, the orthodox fire Garcia moving forward much more aggressively in this round. 1-2 to the body there for Spence Jr. Oh, and a big 1-2 for Spence. Spence looks fast tonight. Mikey Garcia with a 1-2. And Garcia getting more aggressive, I said, moving in forward. He's got to watch out for counter shots from Errol Spence. And they exchange left hooks. And Spence outlanding Garcia 14-3 at the moment. A lot of those are jabs. There's a jab and a straight left to the body from the southpaw Spence. Throws the double jab in the left. Garcia, good movement there. And nice right hand right to the eye of Garcia there from Spence halfway through this second round. And so far, Mikey Garcia lands a left hook. Just as I was going to say, he's having a hard time closing the distance. Mikey Garcia lands a counter left hook right on the top of the temple of Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence, he didn't like that. Oh, big 1-2 for Mikey Garcia. And a 1-2 from Spence. Garcia gets out of the way, though. Nice feints there from Garcia, and he got Spence to move on that. That's what he wants. He lands a big left hook over the top and a straight left. Mikey Garcia looking to upset the world tonight. Lands a left hook and a straight right. A 1-2 for Garcia. Much better round for him. Winging right hand barely misses. Triple jab for Mikey Garcia. Left hook to the body for Garcia. If the first round was Errol Spence Jr., at least the second half of this second round has been Mikey Garcia. Straight right lands for Spence. And both men exchanging in the center of the ring. Straight right lands for Mikey. Left hook lands for Garcia, and the filling out process seems to be slowly coming to an end here. 10 seconds left in the second round, and a big right hook to the body from Mikey Garcia. He is starting to load up on his punches in just the second round here. And I gave that round to Mikey Garcia. I have it a round apiece if this ends up going to the scorecard. 20-18 on my unofficial scorecard. Mike Spence is too precise, says Future. Almost Mayweather-like. PR says, this ain't going the distance. Mike with 1-2. What's up, Mind for Combat? I have exactly the same as you, Mike. Well, thank you. I probably should write this down. I was hoping that somebody would end this in the first 2 rounds, but man, I might have to get out the pen and paper here and make sure. And in the replay here, you see straight left from Errol Spence Jr. And then Garcia ducking underneath the straight right from Spence and landing a big left jab over the top. And he just asked him, he said, Lennox, they asked him, Lennox, how did you score the first round? He said, a lot closer, or second round, he said, a lot closer than the first round. Spence coming in with the jab here in this round. Both men exchanging jabs. Straight left lands for Spence. Watch him to look to counter a lot more on this. Garcia with the left hook over the top, though. Unofficial score for Fox has it 20-18, Spence. I have it 19-19 at a round apiece right now. And I'm not going to call him wrong for calling it that way, but a lot of times these TV commentators, they don't line up with the judges, and that's not necessarily a bad thing either. Sometimes the judges don't get it right. Nice 1-2, straight right up top, and a left to the body for Spence. And I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this tonight, but a little bit of freezing here, but that's okay. As long as I don't refresh and come back to a knockout. All right, back and forth in this third round. Sorry, little bit of freezing on my part on my PC here on the computer. I think a lot of overload with the stream when you get on YouTube and all these people, but should have you with up-to-date information here any second. The first 2 rounds, first round I gave to Spence Jr. The second round to Mikey Garcia. And there we go. Nice left hook to the body there from Garcia. And just a little bit of reloading here. Mikey is getting his body hammered. These gentlemen came to fight. Left hook to the gut by Spence. Thank you with the update there, PR, as my stream reloads. What's up? Saren Zaman, yo, Spence will flush him out by the 11th round. Great exchange of punches. Second round to Garcia for sure. That's how I called it. Like I said earlier, looks like we're having a little bit of an issue loading here. But just be patient with me here in a minute. Looks like we should come into about the 4th round here. What's up? PR and Robert in the house. All the regulars, thank you guys for coming in. Please hit that like button. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. 30-foot ring. Spence wants to pop Mikey's tires. Yeah, I noticed that huge ring tonight. That's an insane sized ring. Great for Errol Spence. And yeah, he probably had to call that. He's the champion and probably got the preferential treatment there, I would imagine. All right, 7. And all right, we reloading. My bear's in my back. Under 9.5 is drawing thin. The way this looks is Scott F. My beer's in my back. I'm looking forward to some beers here pretty soon. Everyone's talking about tacos. Is Adelaide Bird judging? God, I hope not. Did she retire? I think they ran her off. I hope so. That's always the name that comes up now, too. It's like anybody talks about, they're like, God, please don't let Adelaide Bird be in the building. It's not a good thing as a judge when people know your name. Yeah, Garcia so far doing a lot better than a lot of people thought he would. So, and I'm still having some issues with bandwidth here, but I will have you with some up-to-date information here in a minute. Sorry, as I said, first 2 rounds were split. I think I missed just a few rounds here. What's up, Amy? Adelaide Bird is the Amy Schumer of judging. Oh, that's hilarious. What's up, Jason? Everyone drinking green beer tonight. I'm sticking to yellow. Well, what is? Yeah, tonight is probably the night that a lot of people are partying because tomorrow's Sunday, right? I'll have my beer with you guys tomorrow, though, at 3 p.m. For Selection Sunday, as they name the top 64 teams in college basketball. Yes, they are welterweights. And I think I was having some issues with browsers here. So give me just a second and I will get you with the best play-by-play here that I can as soon as possible. $46,000 people watching this fight tonight in Arlington AT&T Stadium. I said 2 of the absolute best pound for pound in the world. And, well, I love cord cutting, but sometimes this happens, and you end up with a little bit of a freeze. But 60% of this fight has been in the center of the ring. Spence turned up that power in that fourth.
You end up with a little bit of a freeze, but 60% of this fight has been in the center of the ring. Spence turned up that power in that fourth.
Sorry, getting a little bit of an echo there. All right, here. Sorry about the break there. We are in the 5th round here. Spence has landed 89 punches to Garcia's 29. Straight right there from Spence, and he's starting to bust Garcia up. Big left hook on the nose there from Spence, and a left hook comes back from Mikey Garcia. 40 seconds left here in this 5th round. 2-minute exchange jabs. Nice straight left there from the southpaw. Errol Spence Jr. Oh, misses with a big left hook, though, to Spence off balance. Garcia not able to capitalize, though. Oh, big right hook up top, though. Garcia capitalized on that. Straight left and a big right hook to the temple of Spence. Spence going to the body. A little shoe shine there. And Garcia coming back with another right hook upstairs. Last few seconds here of this 5th round. Nice 1-2 for Garcia. And Garcia raises his hand. He thinks he won that round. Of course, Spence thinks that he won his round. AT&T Stadium. They got Lennox Lewis commentating next to Joe Goosen and Kenny Albert. Like I said earlier, I grew up watching Lennox Lewis. One of the best of all time. I think the most underrated heavyweight of all time. You don't hear his name near enough. If you want to know more about Lennox Lewis, I hear some of his stories. If you're a Joe Rogan fan, he was on there, I think, just short of 2 weeks ago. About a 2.5-hour podcast that I really enjoyed, or just, look up his fights. 86 land to 30 for Spence. Yeah, it's big, man. Huge uppercut by Spence. Yeah, he's out punching Garcia. Garcia, he's looking to rough it up. I don't think he ever came in here looking to win a decision, though, to be honest. And 98 to 32 right now on the CompuBox in favor of the champion, Errol Spence, comes forward with a double jab. Garcia, he just needs one shot, and I've watched so many boxing matches. Nice straight left there from Errol Spence, and Garcia comes back with a 1-2. But I've watched countless boxing matches where one guy's given up 4 or 5 even of the first 5 rounds and came back and won a 12-round decision. Nice left hook to the body there from Garcia, and a straight right. The timing of your cardio, there's so much involved, and some of these champions, they'll let a guy think they're winning forever. You've seen Floyd Mayweather Jr., you've seen him do that a lot. He did it against Zab Judah, he did it against Conor McGregor. Oh, big hooks to the body and a big left hook up top for Errol Spence, though. Straight right, left hook to the body, and he goes left hook up to the head. Looking to cut off this large 30-foot ring. Big 1-2 there from Spence. And he's landed 31-7. Outlanded Garcia in body shots. And a lot of people thought if Garcia had an advantage, that might be where it was at. Oh, big left hook. And another big right from Spence. And Garcia comes back with a left hook. And now we're seeing some power shots. Big left there from Spence. That lightning fast left, straight left from the southpaw. Snaps the double jab there. Errol Spence, beautiful footwork tonight. Mikey Garcia having difficulty getting inside that range. Right uppercut, left hook, right hook combo for Spence. And a right hook, left hook combo. Right hook up top for Garcia. Straight right. Garcia on the chase now. Coming after the champion. Mikey Garcia, doesn't matter how many times you hit him, he's going to continue to hit back, and he only needs one of them. Double jab there from Spence Jr. A straight left there from Garcia. 30 seconds left in this 6th round. Right hook up top lands for Spence. Oh, nice 1-2. The jab upstairs and left to the body there for Spence. And another left hook to the body. Big right hand for Garcia. And they exchange straight shots there. Another left hook to the body. Spence doing a great job of mixing it up tonight. 1-2 there, in and out. Some footwork. Oh, and Garcia misses big with the left hook upstairs. Lands a right hook to the body. And Errol Spence Jr., his footwork would make Roy Jones Jr. or Pernell Whitaker proud. And here at Cade side, dressed up in all green, the green suit and everything. Champion looking to maybe fight one of these guys, but the real legend in the middle of this table, a guy that I've been happy to see come into commentating recently, is Ray Mancini Jr. He is one of the all-time greats. If you're a boxing historian, you definitely know who Ray Mancini is. Mikey looking for an answer. Spence is going to finish him late. Mikey reluctantly moving backwards. Yeah, he doesn't like to move backwards. Boom, boom, says Ron Ladd. All right, here we go, guys. Round 7 of this welterweight championship match scheduled for 12 rounds. And, oh, nice 1-2 here from Spence. And Errol Spence starting right where he picked up, left off here in the 7th round. Jab upstairs, left to the body. Double jab, mixing it up, head, body. And Mikey Garcia is really struggling to solve the enigma of Errol Spence Jr. And unofficial scorecard for Fox Sports, they have it every single round, all 6 rounds for Errol Spence Jr. as he lands a big left hook to the body. Mikey Garcia lands another straight left. Garcia's definitely had his moments where he's been chasing Spence down, though. Landed some power shots. Spence's took them well, though. A couple more left hands to the body there from Spence. Spence tapping that double jab out there. Just so much movement for Mikey Garcia to keep up with tonight. Nice 1-2 there from Spence. Garcia lands the left hook in the transition, though. And as this goes on, Garcia, he is a smart counterpuncher. I definitely can. He's going to time the patterns of Errol Spence Jr. And that's what happens to Errol Spence Jr. He's decided to be the lead dance partner. And that's the one risk you take, is your opponent starts to learn your patterns and get those counters down. Garcia misses big several times there, though, and Spence misses with an overhand right over the top. Nice double jab there from Spence again, and a left hook to the body. And Garcia apologizes, or excuse me, Spence apologizes, says he might have went low. Garcia just keeps moving. He says, I'm fine. Double jab there for Spence. Right hook up top from Garcia. Spence blocks it. Oh, big straight left for Spence. He has found a home for that left hand all night. The southpaw Errol Spence Jr. Just putting on a boxing clinic tonight. Trying to put his name in there in that hat for pound fighters in the world. Right hook to the body and a left hand up top from Mikey Garcia, though. And a left hook from Garcia. seemingly saying, I got something to say about that. Straight right and a left hook for Spence. Those were big shots. And a left hook to the body from Garcia. Both men land big power shots here towards the end of the round. And big left hook from Spence and a left hook to the body from Garcia at the end of the round. And there is Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion. He's watching on ringside. Of course, we hope to get him in the ring shortly with either Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. For those that don't know, Anthony Joshua is signed with The Zone. Tyson Fury just signed with ESPN, which makes that rematch much harder. But The Zone offered Deontay Wilder a 3-fight contract worth $100 million, where 2 of those fights would be against Anthony Joshua. And Deontay Wilder has declined at this time. That doesn't mean that he won't come back to the negotiating table. But we really need to see those 3 men. What's up, RS? It is the main event. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, RS? And you can tell during a big event right now, especially with the keywords that I use, that YouTube is just not promoting this channel right now. Or we would have a ton of people in here right now. But that's fine. Nice triple jab from Spence and a left hook to the body. Double jab and a left hand there again from Spence. Wow. Errol Spence Jr. Like I said, he would be making Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, or Roy Jones. He's making those guys proud tonight. Right uppercut from Mikey Garcia there, but Spence's footwork is second to none right now. Straight left to the body. And 8 rounds in. Oh, big right hook from Mikey Garcia, and that might have hurt Spence. He was rocked on that one. And Spence holds on. Garcia moves forward. First time we've seen Spence clench. He may be coming back here quickly, but Garcia definitely tagged him with that left hook. And he's going to be a lot more... and now Spence comes in with a 1-2 and a left hook. Garcia lands another big straight right. And these men look like they're ready to war in the center of the ring. Beautiful right hook up top from Garcia. Double jab there from Spence, a straight left. Spence starting to show more angles, move around now. Straight left from Spence, ducks underneath the straight shot from Garcia, lands a 1-2. And a straight right to the body. And a big left hook to the body there from Mikey Garcia. Left hook up top, and Spence Jr.'s right eye starting to close up a little bit from those left hooks from Garcia. And Spence lands a left hook to the body of his own. Oh, triple jab, left hook, right hand combo for Spence. And he has outlanded Garcia at a mark of 176-47, according to CompuBox. And that was a big left hook off of the jab. Big combination here for Spence. Oh, triple jab, left hand, ducks underneath the hook of Garcia. How good is this guy, Errol Spence Jr.? Wow. A lot of people said that these odds were too wide, putting Errol Spence Jr. a 4-1 favorite. He is making those odds makers look very good right now. Nice left hook to the body there for Garcia. And a right uppercut from Garcia. Right hook up top from Mikey. And a jab and a right hand. Spence comes back with a triple jab. A straight left and a left uppercut from Spence. As both men exchange power shots in the center of the ring here. Once again, the 8th round. Jab and a left hand for Spence. And a straight right gets out of the way from the power shots of Mikey Garcia. And another boxing masterpiece this round from Errol Spencer Jr. Or Errol Spence Jr. If this is an orchestra, Errol Spence's gloves, I mean, they are the instruments. They are the trumpet. They are the violin. And he is playing Mikey Garcia. tonight, and that's saying a lot when you're talking about Mikey Garcia, one of the best in the world in his own right. Like I said, world champion to this point in 4 different weight classes, both men undefeated going into this. Cracks Mike's face back. Big hits by Spence. Yeah, he lands some big shots in that one. Garcia thinks he wins that. Well, Garcia's been pumping his fist at the end of every round to put on the illusion that he won the round. There's still judges that will fall for that. There's still judges, and believe it or not, when you read the WBC Boxing Commission rules, when it talks about tiebreakers for rounds, it talks about confidence, and that is actually one of the factors that they judge on. It's a very small part of it. But acting like you won the round is actually part of the scoring system, believe it or not. Straight right lands for Spence. Another straight right up top and a right hand to the body. Right hand and a big left hook. Another big left hook to the body from Spence. He might have hurt Garcia there. Left hook and a right hand up top. Barely misses an overhand right. Another big left hand from Spence. He's got to be careful not to walk into a counter. This is what Garcia wants. Left hook upstairs and a left hook to the body. Garcia wants him to get inside. Double uppercuts land for Spence. And Garcia does not want him to be doing what he's doing right now, though, and that's playing his face like a drum. Robert Garcia's, Mike's trainer, looking in right now. A big 1-2 from Spence. Left hook to the body, straight right, and a left hook upstairs. All shots landing for Spence, outlanding Garcia 210 to 54 right now. Garcia lands a right hook up top. Halfway through the 9th round, big left hook for Garcia. And that has been his go-to punch. Garcia may be losing most of, if not all, these rounds. Spence turning on the power, uppercuts and hooks. Left, right hook, left uppercut. Spence moving in for the finish here, looking to really put it on him. Left hook, straight right, lots of power shots. Spence seems to think this is his time to try to take Garcia out. Lands a right hook to the body and a left hook upstairs. The crowd is on their feet right now. This is Spence's move right here. Left hook to the body, right hook, and a left hook upstairs. Spence can feel it right now. Another straight right, left uppercut, a right hook upstairs, and a left hook to the body. 40 seconds left in the round. And Garcia throws a wild left hook that misses. Spence gets out of the way, lands another straight left. 30 seconds left in the round. Triple jab from Spence. Trying to set up that power shot. And again, he lands out lightning fast, straight left hand. And a right hook right on the chin from Garcia, reminding Spence, hey, you can't just walk in. Nice 1-2 there from Garcia. Combination from Garcia. Spence blocking most of that, though. Garcia with the left hook. Spence blocking that one, landing the 1-2. And just a beautiful boxing performance tonight by Errol Spence Jr. He is doing everything right tonight. Been a great fight, but Spencer's having his way right now. It's pushing forward punch after punch. Yeah, he is coming in. Mikey with her in the corner. He's coming in much stronger. Right now, Spence just putting his foot on the pedal right now. Yes, he is. 61 watching. If I could get you guys, please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new in here. Join the beautiful community of Fights of Friends. Oh, man, you're watching the replay there. Left uppercut and a big right hook up top from Errol Spence Jr. And he has put on a good pace. That's one of the only times he's really put his foot on the gas that round. And we are headed into round 10. Manny Pacquiao, the WBA welterweight champion. Another part of that championship belt sitting ringside along with Deontay Wilder. As I mentioned, the stars are out tonight. Triple jab for Spence and throws a hook over the top. Garcia ducks underneath it. Spence snaps his head back with a right hand there, though. And that lightning straight left. Straight right from Garcia. Oh, nice big left hook and a straight right. Garcia with the right hand. Garcia showing desperation. Apparently, Robert Garcia, the trainer of Mikey Garcia, told him, show me. He says, I want to stop this fight. He says, you got one round to show me something. And Garcia coming out with a fury here, but Spence just too good possibly tonight. Wow, big hooks up top from Spencer and great head movement. It's not that Garcia is not coming in or throwing. It's just that Errol Spence Jr. is just that good. And the fact that he talked Garcia into fighting in a 30-foot ring is definitely assisting him here tonight. This is definitely a boxer's ring, not a puncher's. Oh, nice right hand and a left hook there from Errol Spence, and he goes to the body with a right hook. Combination, left hook to the body, right hook up top, left uppercut, right hook. Spence putting it all together right now, putting on a clinic, right hook and two more straight lefts. And Mikey Garcia, Robert Garcia's trainer, told him in between rounds, you got to show me something or I'm going to stop this fight. Mikey Garcia's got 1 minute left to show us something. And Errol Spence Jr., I know he wants that finish. Moving in with that double jab and straight left. 50 seconds left here in this round. Big 1-2 and battering Garcia to the body and uppercuts from Spence Jr. Beautiful head movement. This is just a thing of beauty. I mean, this is like watching an all-time great right now. And a big left hook upstairs lands for Errol Spence Jr. Right hook to the body. Right hook upstairs. Big 1-2 and a left hook. Errol Spence having his way with Mikey Garcia. Garcia lands one left hook in there, but Spence is landing every 3 shots for every one of Garcia. And Garcia lands another one of those left hooks up top. Garcia landing just 24% of his shots. Spence Jr. magnificent tonight with the 55% accuracy rating. That is extremely high, especially at this World Championship level. And Mikey Garcia pumps his fist at the end of the round as if he won. Like he has just about every round. And Danny Garcia, the trainer for Mikey, says, you want to go out again? He says, let's go for it. They're trying to light a fire under him. It's not like Mikey Garcia's not trying, but he's got to feel like he's chasing a ghost right now in this ring. Just give you an idea, you know, Mikey Garcia, most of his fights have been in either a 22 or a 24-foot ring. This is a 30-foot ring. I believe this is as big a ring as they have in World Championship boxing. And I'm not saying Errol Spence wouldn't beat him in a smaller ring, but it's definitely a part of the story right here. Everything's bigger in Texas, even the rings. Good point, PR. 30-foot ring ruined this fight. Texas Prep. I warmed down with the side. Honestly, I believe that 30 feet is too big for any ring. I think that's just gigantic. A nice straight left there from Spence. It becomes a much different fight, though. Oh, triple jabs there from Garcia. Straight left. I think a 24-foot ring is perfect. Oh, straight left. Oh, big hooks and uppercuts and shots to the body coming from Spence. He is unloading on Garcia right now. Combinations to the body. Right hand, left uppercut. Right hook to the body. Errol Spence Jr. putting his foot on the gas. Rights and left hooks to the body. Overhand left. Everything landing. Errol Spence clicking on all cylinders right now. And Mikey Garcia is eating a tremendous amount of leather. Big left uppercut snaps back the head of Garcia. double jab. 305 punches on the CompuBox now landed by Errol Spence Jr. to 63 of Garcia. Spence with the 1-2 and the hook to the body. Garcia lands just a single straight right in that combination. Double jab there from Spence and a left hook to the body. Big 1-2. Spence just teeing off with power shots. Oh, man. Hooks to the body, hooks to the head. Garcia just looking for an opening, hoping to land that one big shot. Triple jab and a left hook up top. There from Errol Spence Jr. Big 1-2 as well. Oh, wow. And this is getting ugly. As Lennox Lewis just mentioned, Mikey Garcia looks like a punching bag right now. 1 minute left in the 11th round. And Garcia finally lands a left hook there. And a 1-2 from Garcia. He's starting to move forward. Errol Spence Jr., he spent a lot of energy at the beginning of that round trying to take Garcia out. Big 1-2 again from Spence, though. Oh, man. Hooks and uppercuts to the body, to the head. Errol Spence Jr., this is a boxing lesson right now. Mikey Garcia better write him a check at the end of this. 6-punch combination from Errol Spence. To the head, to the body, uppercuts, hooks. Mikey Garcia's got to feel like he's in there with 3 guys right now. Errol Spence, wow, spinning around him, ending up on every which side of Mikey Garcia. And Mikey Garcia's got to be confused as to how many men he's in there with right now. And there at the end of the 11th round, Errol Spence just total domination. Jerry Jones at ringside, Dallas Cowboy owners, president, and GM. He is popular there in Dallas. Mikey's showing tremendous heart and survival. Maybe too much, though. Future MMA says stop it. Well, there's 1 round left, and honestly, if you have a heart right here, if you're Mikey Garcia's corner, I say you throw in the towel. I know there's only 1 round left. 3 minutes may not make the difference in a career, but Errol Spence is absolutely punishing Mikey Garcia right now. And let's watch the replay here. Left uppercut, left hook, right hand. His hands are just so fast, so accurate. I've never seen Errol Spence Jr. look this good. Mikey Garcia, like I said, one of the top pound-for-pound fighters thought to be coming into this fight. And he's making him look like an absolute amateur. 318 punches landed for the champion to 67 for the challenger Garcia. Nice straight right there from Errol to start this out. Left hook from Garcia. And Garcia, he's got to know he's lost most of these rounds. He definitely's got to know he needs a knockout here. His corner's been telling him, we're about to stop this fight. He's got the desperation. It's just solving the puzzle of Errol Spence Jr. Nobody's been able to do it yet. Nice straight left from Spence. And a right uppercut from Jr. Oh, digs to the body. Oh, more brutal body shots from Spence. Right hook, left hook to the body, right hook upstairs. Combinations now from Spence. 82 body shots landed for Errol Spence to just 10 for Mikey Garcia. And a right uppercut lands there for Errol Spence Jr. And a straight right and a jab there lands for Garcia, but far and few between have been moments of glory in this fight for Mikey Garcia. And if you're a Mikey Garcia fan, this has been a hard fight maybe to watch. If you're an Errol Spence Jr. fan, you got to think we're looking at one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Big 1-2 for Errol Spence, and again with the 1-2. Gets out of the way of the right hook to the body, lands a big right hook upstairs. Errol Spence Jr. seems to be the perfect package right now. Head movement. Throwing power shots. He's got the footwork. He's got the jab. And a right hook up top from Garcia. He is in desperation mode. He knows he needs to land that one big shot. And how many times does it happen in boxing? Think George Foreman, Michael Moore, round 12. George Foreman knocked out Michael Moore with one shot to become the oldest heavyweight champion of all time. Garcia is going to need one hell of a shot to turn this around. Spence Jr. lands a big left hook off the counter. Spence not getting cocky, lands a straight left there. Right hook and a left uppercut. Errol Spence, just beautiful boxing clinic. Wow. Hooks and uppercuts to the head, to the body. I know Mikey Garcia is a tough guy. Nobody needs to be taking this much punishment, though. Straight right and a left hook there from Spence. And he is just destroying Mikey Garcia. Pretty much as bad as you can beat a guy for 12 rounds at this level without any knockdowns or a knockout. Errol Spence Jr. Mikey Garcia lands a left hook to the body at the bell. And we will go to the scorecards. And some strange things that happen in boxing on scorecards. This would be one of the strangest ones ever if this were not a unanimous decision for Errol Spence Jr. 66 people watching. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you like what I do here, please hit that subscribe button. This is the third biggest, largest boxing attendance here at this stadium. Almost 48,000 people here tonight. And like I said, they move it around. You know, they move the seating around just a little bit from a football game. Pommeled, said Jason. It's over, buddy. Yep. Our Texas boy, Spence, won the fight. No need to take this. Loving the actual mouthing of the play-by-play, and I mean mouthing in a good way. I watched a couple other channels, and they were barely saying anything. Way to go. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I always do my best. I pride myself on my commentary. There's a lot of things a lot of channels do better than me. I try not to be out-commentated. I might not be the best, but I'll give you what I got. And highlights here of exchanges. Errol Spence Jr. just laying a beat down on Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, basically his only chance was that left hook. 345 punches landed to 75. The final stats here, Errol Spence Jr. landing at 32% accuracy. Mikey Garcia just 18. And power punches even worse. Spence 237 to 47. Spence landing 55% of his power shots. 86 to 11 to the body. 259 against 64 to the head. Errol Spence is dominating in every facet of the game tonight. Mikey Garcia's never looked so defeated and unhinged as he has tonight. Man, I predict a robbery, says RJ Joel. Mikey Garcia's natural weight as well as Errol Spence Jr.'s natural weight class. Mikey Garcia, this is his 5th weight class. I believe he started at 130. I want to say 130, 135, 140. Does anybody know? Did he start at 126? I think he might have started at 126. It'd be 126, 130, 135, 140. That's 4 weight classes. This would be the 5th at 147. Here are the scorecards. Wow, 120 to 107. And 120 to 108. The other judge, every single judge gave every single round to Errol Spence Jr. He retains his IBF welterweight champion. And wow. What is next for that man? Winner by unanimous decision, moving to 25-0, Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford, anyone? Terrence Crawford might be watching this and thinking, I don't want any of that. Manny Pacquiao coming into the ring, shaking hands with Errol Spence Jr. He's got a part of that championship belt at welterweight now. I don't think Pac-Man wants any part of that. I think Spence is too young, too fast, and too good for a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao. 10-8 without a knockdown. I can't argue with that either. I definitely thought that there was a 10-8 shot in there, and he just called Manny Pacquiao over. And Errol Spence Jr. just said, that's the man I want next. Calls over Manny Pacquiao.
Well, I'm so happy to be here in Dallas, and I'm hoping that I will be back here soon. Right, well, I know, man. Who hopes that?
And Manny Pacquiao says, sure, why not? There's a little more to negotiating than just that in boxing. But if you have two guys that honestly do want to fight each other, and that's a big part of the battle, of course. 4-0 with 3 knockouts in major world title fights. Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia, the first guy to ever go the distance with him in a world championship fight. And Errol Spence said a lot of guys said he wasn't smart and that he couldn't box and he couldn't move his head, and that's why he put on this performance tonight.
I had the size advantage and I had the reach. So why not use my jab and take something away from him that he liked to do and use his jab too? Well, you have to give him some credit. He did stay in here for 12
He says, I used the advantages I had. I knew that I had the size and the reach. That's why I boxed from the outside. That was the game plan, and, you know, he worked it to perfection tonight. Spence Jr. is the truth. His star is rising. He might be the brightest star in the sky as far as pound for pound right now, Billy Hughes. That was a tremendous performance. Alex Jones in the house. Manny Pac. Manny is too old, too slow. Oh, somebody stop that spammer. Get the fook out of here, Y2K Court. Manny Pacquiao, Polish Crooked Crow. I'm not sure what that's all about, Ron Ladd. Thank you, Billy, though. Good job. And Mikey Garcia, classy in defeat, sticking around for the interview. And he says he tried to make adjustments. He just couldn't solve the problem of Errol Spence Jr. tonight. And like I said, I think it was a combination of a great boxer with great footwork, doing everything right, and a 30-foot ring. Oregon just beat Washington for the Pac-12 title. Wow. And Bill, I believe Oregon, a lot of people were saying Oregon needed to win the Pac-10 title to make the tournament. Washington was #1. That is a huge upset. And guys, if you are March Madness fans, like I said, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific, Selection Sunday, we will watch the teams released together. We'll comment on what we think about the brackets. And then we will all put together our brackets, and you guys can all take your chance at embarrassing me with your picks. Oregon just stole someone's bid. Yes, they did, Billy. Even Bill Walton was talking about that. They were talking about that last night when Oregon was playing, saying Oregon probably needs to win this tournament to make it, or to win the Pac-12 tournament to make it into the NCAA tournament. And they are as hot as any team right now. Be interesting to see where they're seated. On Errol Spence, our Mikey Garcia, excuse me, says he wants to thank all his fans. He poured his heart out, and he did tonight. Sometimes you just run in to a guy with a game plan that is, it counters your style. Styles make fights, and Errol Spence Jr., I mean, he worked his game plan to perfection tonight. Oregon beat Washington 68-48. It was a blow. Wow. Not a good way for Washington to be going into the tournament. Some people think it's a good thing to get that first loss out of the way before the tournament starts. But, man, you don't want to, you don't want to lose by 20 points. All right, if you're just coming in here, Errol Spence Jr. retains his IBF welterweight championship with a 12-round domination of Mikey Garcia. I'm Mike of Fights with Friends. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you like what we do here. Cover basically every boxing match, every major MMA fight, or every major boxing match, excuse me, every UFC card. Most Bellator cards. Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. Errol Spence Jr. by unanimous decision.
Yeah, never a good sign when your corner's asking you after the 9th round, do you want to go back out there? Let's recap, take a look at some of the highlights, and get thoughts from the start. Well, the scene was outstanding. The crowd, the electricity. There was a moment there where the crowd just kind of they were lulled to sleep by the dominance and the perfection.
And you have to appreciate it and respect it. This is, and Errol Spence said it in the ring, the sweet science.
And wow, yeah, just beautiful sweet science. I mean, if you like boxing and you really like to watch the jab and the footwork, and I mean, you like Sugar Ray Leonard and Pernell Whitaker and Roy Jones Jr., those type of guys, you respect that kind of fight, then you got to respect the effort of Errol Spence Jr. tonight. It could have been more competitive, but, you know, sometimes the domination can be beautiful. And I thought what Errol Spence Jr. did tonight was beautiful. You want to save a ton of cash. I think that's a beautiful thing. DirecTV now just raised its prices by $10 a month. And they shrunk their packages. Their smallest package is now $50 a month. I went to Sling and said, hey, we're angry. People are pissed. Give us a deal. That was basically the conversation. And they said, you got it. Hit that reference code and you'll get a 7-day free trial to Sling and 3 months at just $10 a month. After that, $25 a month for the orange package. That's the one I like, ESPN 1, 2, and 3. They do have a bigger package if you want to get both of them, 40-plus channels. Just double that. It'll be $20 a month for 3 months, and then $40 a month thereafter. I'm a cheapskate. I want to get my ESPN and get out. I don't care about the rest of the channels. Just give me my sports, and I'm happy. So yeah, if you're looking for a provider, definitely check them out. Adelaide Bird for real. That's funny. And Lennox Lewis out the same way I did. Said he gave the second round to Mikey Garcia. None of these judges did. I did give it to him, though, as well. Wow, 3-to-1 ratio. Errol is good. He's the champ. Yes, he is. He is very good. Absolutely. And guys, when I go out for sponsors here, it's not, it's not to bury you guys in ads. It's only to find things that I think will help the everyday person. And I know most of us fight fans, you guys are like me. You don't have a ton of cash. Unfortunately, every year, everybody has to do their taxes. Look down there in the link, though. Links, and hit that link for TurboTax. That's going to get you 20% off. I've trusted them for over 7 years to do my taxes. They've never let me down. They make taxes a breeze. I used to stress out so much over taxes, and I don't anymore. My wife's like, "You're sick." I'm like, I actually enjoy my taxes, and I know that sounds strange, but to me, it's like a game. It's like a game against the government to see how much of my own money I can keep at the end of the year. And I'll tell you what, I think I do pretty good at that game. I think I do very well. I won't go into the numbers, but I think my tax bracket by the end of the year is probably right there with Warren Buffett's. I'm paying a very, very small percentage of my wages go to taxes. However you feel about that, nah, I don't give a damn. This government's not doing anything great with them. If you want to pay more taxes, don't use TurboTax. That's up to you. But if you want to save money and keep the IRS off your ass, I think it's a damn good idea. And coming up, Danny Garcia against Adrian Berjones. I missed that one. Sorry, the next one coming up. Next week for MMA, though, Saturday, Stephen Thompson versus Anthony Showtime Pettis. Another great ESPN Plus card. Tomorrow, like I said, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Selection Sunday. We'll make our picks for the NCAA tournament. Don't forget to be there. So, and guys, one thing Billy was just telling me, Washington lost to Oregon, wow, by 20 points. I think they forgot they were the #1 seed tonight. It's like they forgot to show up. Whatever you're doing, don't forget to show up. Make sure you're on it with On It, the home of Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech, and many more great supplements. Use that link right there from Fights of Friends and get 20% off. For life, I always got your back as far as On It. At least for the moment, that is a permalink. So go there. If you try something, you don't like it, they give you your money back and you get to keep it. I had a friend, they tried Alpha Brain. It gave him a headache. Said that it didn't work for him. Everybody's body's different. They gave him their money back. He gave me the rest of the jar. Luckily, it was 90 tablets, so I ended up with like 80 Alpha Brain for free, and he got his money back. Everybody wins. Join us tomorrow. I made trivia, so one of you guys will win. Yes, basketball trivia tomorrow as well. Thank you, D. Brown. Great job. Thank you. Nice vibes as per usual in the place. All right. Thank you so much. I think I know I say it, but I really do mean it. Thank you guys. The best crowd, I think, in the MMA community on Facebook. There really are a lot of these communities that are very toxic. And you guys see people come in and out. And my moderators have done a very good job of keeping the positive vibes in here. Keeping the subject on sports for the most part, which isn't always an easy thing. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate my moderators. I appreciate all you guys in the Fights with Friends community. I really enjoy spending my weekends with you guys, and I look forward to spending some time tomorrow with you on St. Patrick's Day. You got to at least come and join me for a beer. Even if you're not into basketball, you can throw darts at a board, and you're probably just as likely as I am to pick the winner on Selection Sunday. So I said tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, Billy Hughes will be making his debut on the mic with some basketball knowledge, dropping some trivia. I've only called him the time bender on here because he's just right there with the answers. Well, tomorrow he'll turn it around and we'll see how he asks the questions. And like I said, he's got a lot of basketball knowledge too. He'll be dropping. Make sure and tune in for that. Guys, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.